Gordon. Are you going to do your fancy intro? Yeah. Hey guys, welcome to.
Hi. Oh, is it going? We're going. I don't feel like this needs like a big introduction. This is just a.
I'll do it. Right, guys. This is Caroline's script writing.
Thank you.
Just to bring you up to speed, basically over the last few weeks, Caroline's been working with myself on a script for an advert, which is going to be going onto YouTube. However, what we did was we decided to, well, I decided to test it on Facebook. I went away last week on a residential with some of the kids from work. So I left it alone, just let it go. And just to let you know, my average cost per lead before Caroline's script was £8.55. Since Caroline's script with the new video, it is now £5.55. So that's a drop off, I believe, about 35.1% or something like that we just worked out. So that's pretty impressive, I have to say.
Thank you.
And that was only through testing. That was just a generic test. Leave it, just let it go, and that's what.
Yeah, and it was a very short session as well. Like I wasn't like I'm not even happy about it yet. We can do so much more of it, and that's what we're talking about now. Is that we're just gonna like file it down even more and like make it really refined, really concise, and really just like pitch perfect. This is. Obviously, we've already done a lot of work on this already. Like we've already completely like revamped it, changed so much of it. So you're seeing the second draft. Really, you should do like I don't know. I go through about like 5 drafts before it gets perfect anyway. So, but I want to improve it just even further. I haven't even looked at this script for a while, so this is going to be completely off the cuff. I don't actually even know what I'm going to do, but I know that when I saw it last, I was like, nah, still needs improvement. So here we go. I'm going to share the screen.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, my initial thoughts were it was really great, but we both agreed that the beginning was a little bit wobbly. Yeah.
So I've really recently written a script. I love it. It's brilliant. Wow. Whatever, it's good, but basically I managed to get every single point in there that I wanted, a few little nice metaphors, and I did it in under 600 words. It was particularly tight. It's 597 words, so I think we can aim for like maximum 700 words. So of this is 900 words, and there's nothing wrong with the long word count. But like the thing is, if you can get the same points across in less amount of time, then you've got more opportunity. Even if you say you want to have the same length of your advert, say you want to have an advert that's like you want to have it 6 minutes long. If this is 6 minutes long, but you can cut off loads of the words, that gives you the opportunity to slow down, emphasize the words you want to do, breathe through things, and that allows the important points to soak in more. So what it's all about, like creating an effect. You want to make it just really fucking bulletproof, basically. I swore in my first webinar, damn it. Okay, so the first thing for me, I love the opening. Life is like a pair of wellies on the wrong feet. Why is this in italics? Let's do that. Let's not have that.
I don't know.
There's my first issue. Oh, it's like already okay. So also, just a bit of backstory. I've got this on Google Docs. This is brilliant. You can do this in Word. I'll show you in Word as well. This is like my other script. This is how I was going to try and read my script earlier. It's kind of like bullet pointed. Oh, is it sharing my screen or is it just sharing?
No, it's showing your screen. Yes.
So you can see this.
Yes.
So if you go to review in your Google in Word document and you go to reviewing, track changes on. You can start doing things. That didn't work. Hold on. Well, this is already failing.
That's right. You should see that last night I was doing some training with Dan Holloway. I broke YouTube. The keyword finder wouldn't work. And he said he'd never seen that before.
Balloons. Where are you? So you want these balloons to show up. Show balloons. Come on then. All right. So you're so annoying.
Sorry.
It's all right. So you're not helping. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. Yeah, and then I'll just say new comment. So if I want to add a comment, I'll say this, that, the other, and you say this bit just makes no sense because it doesn't. No sense. Yada yada. If I wanted to take away like this bit, it just shows what you're doing. This is kind of like editorial mode. It's very good. So when you get this back, it will say, obviously, Caroline Southwell, and then she wrote that. You then have the opportunity, which it hasn't got in here, to reply to me, or you can also accept or reject the changes. If you accept the changes, it's just going to stay. If you reject it, it'll go back to how it was normally. So if you give me your script, it's safe. You're never going to, if you don't like what I've changed or what I've done, then you just can reject. No, I keep safe.
My advice would be to use Google Docs, because I think when we were using that the other day together, it's because Caroline could edit things whilst I was editing things as well.
If we do it in a session like this, it's much more helpful to do it on Google Documents, because you can watch, you both have this real-time image of what I'm doing. You can do it live, so you can both work on it at the same time. And you can also do that with Pages as well on Apple. I'll show you how to do that in the next webinar based, maybe, because it's not really worth it yet. So I'm going to move your face, Gavin, over this side. If you look here, you can't see it on mine, but sometimes this comes up with an animal. Last time it said anonymous dolphin, so, and I was the anonymous kraken, so that's what me. Yeah, that's true.
What tattoos and everything?
What am I today?
Oh, on mine?
Yeah.
For today, you are
Hydration.
Anonymous Wolverine.
Yesterday I was anonymous Nyan cat.
That's true.
Okay. So I love this. So this is the hook, essentially. We worked out a structure. We hook, problem solution, like testimonies, or like social proof, call to action, close. If you get all right at writing it, I'm worried that I'm going to have notifications pop up here. God knows what they're going to say. Anyway, if you get if you get good and quick at writing it, then you don't need to really follow the structure, but I will provide you with that structure initially, just to help you like break things down a little bit. So this bit here is the hook. Normally I want it to be 1 or 2 lines maximum. My last one, this guy though, this is 3 lines. It has to be a story if it's 3 lines. Like if it's going to be more than a line or 2, it's got to have like a narrative. So life is like a pair of wellies on the wrong feet. You don't know there's a problem until it's pointed out. Going back to this now, it just doesn't, it's annoying me because it doesn't quite fit.
It doesn't smack the audience in the face.
It doesn't sit properly. It's good. It's like life is like a pair of wellies on the wrong feet. It's like, oh, okay. But then you don't know there's a problem until it's pointed out. It's a slight non sequitur. It's almost there, but it needs more work.
Yeah.
What I think though, is if we pull this bit here upwards, then I think that could sort of like fix it. So what I'll do is like put that around here. I'm going to work on it a bit more. So life's like a pair of wellies on the wrong feet. You don't know there's a problem until it's pointed out. So life is like a pair of wellies on the wrong feet. Something along the lines of, and this is not perfectly written, okay, I can't write it perfectly on my first go. I write most of my things in editing. So I'm going to say, life's like a pair of wellies on the wrong feet. You go around uncomfortable. Like, I want it to be like, you walk around uncomfortable, but you stick with it. But like, and then someone with a new perspective lets you know. So we're going to, like, so life's like a pair of wellies on the wrong feet.
You can always go for life's like a pair of wellies on the wrong feet, plodding, because you kind of plod in wellies, don't you?
Yeah, you plod about, uncomfortable.
Plodding through life.
Or you could even extend this to be like, life is like a pair of wellies. Sometimes it's a bit uncomfortable. Nah, it's not working. But yeah, so I just want to tighten this up. So in this one, I say, life's like a pair of wellies on the wrong feet. Go through life. You feel uncomfortable for a little bit, not sure what the problem is until someone points it out.
Yeah.
Or you feel uncomfortable, but not sure what the problem is. You carry on.
You feel uncomfortable, but you're never sure why. You carry on plodding.
Yeah, you are sure. So you have to be truthful as well, because sometimes you are sure, but you feel uncomfortable, and if you're not sure what the problem is, you carry on plodding. That's important as well. If you're not sure what the problem is, carry on plodding until someone points out You're a plonker. We can change that, obviously, but just that's already cut out 1, 2, 3. I think that's shorter than what we had.
It is, yeah, it is. Because we've also got the 2 lines. We've got them out.
You feel uncomfortable but not sure what the problem is. You carry on plodding until someone points it out. Probably say points it out. The whole point of this is that the perspective of that you've got a problem, you are uncomfortable, and everyone knows they're a bit uncomfortable. Everyone knows there's something not quite right, but we often just carry on. We often go through being uncomfortable and just sort of enduring it until, like a switch, someone's like, oh yeah, your wellies are on your feet. You're like, oh fuck, yeah. So that's what this whole theme is about. And what this is probably a 3rd draft. I promise you, this is also going to get better as it continues. Like I'm not entirely happy with this line, but it's better than it was.
Yeah, definitely. You're never going to get it perfect in the first go. Well, unless you're just going to do it off the cuff, yeah. But if you're really looking to get a concise script.
What's his name? The really famous writer. Fuck. Who says the first draft of everything is shit? Literally. Who said that? I'm going to find that for you. And he's really famous. You'll know who he is when you find it, when you hear him.
Ernest Hemingway. First draft of anything. Shit.
Hemingway. Ernest Hemingway. He said, literally, first draft of anything is shit. So, edit again. Honestly, even if you think it's perfect, you just...
And leave it to Joe, I think it's Joe Vitale in his book, or Joseph Sugarman, talks about leaving things to incubate. So, so you write a script, you read it through, you leave it, you put it down for 2-3 days, you then pick it up, you read it through again, and then you'll see things. Oh, I don't like that, I want to change that. What was I thinking here?
Third person perspective.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm Gavin McLean. I'm a primary school teacher. I see so many kids plodding about unnecessarily and uncomfortably because they've got their wellies on the wrong feet. The funny part is they don't even know they're uncomfortable, but that's life. They do know they're uncomfortable. They don't know why. That's the problem. So I'm just going to highlight this because I'm going to go through the whole thing and then come back to it. So I want to...
Okay.
So comment. They do know they're uncomfortable. They don't know why. I was working with kids, which is great, but then spend all evening marking planning, then tossing and turning in bed all night because my brain was still switched on. I couldn't play rugby anymore because I had no energy and I had no time to spend with my mum, my family going to watch football and rugby matches. My friends were always going out, but I had to stay in and do work. I was so burnt out, I developed facial twitch and still nothing. You might notice throughout this video. The turning point was when I had to take my former head teacher to a tribunal. Even though I passed my performance management, they didn't give me my pay rise I was entitled to. I was already paid so little I couldn't get a mortgage. This was a blessing. It made me realise that my wellies were on the wrong feet, but now it was too uncomfortable to carry on this way. Yeah, I like that. I want to inspire children and young people to become the best version of themselves. I want to help them become better little people and eventually go on to be better, bigger people. How can I help them when I can really help myself? I wanted to have the time to volunteer and help these kids with their life prospects. I wanted to earn money so I could support my friends and families. I wanted to have the freedom to do something that wouldn't have it down to one place. You cannot pour from empty glass at this point. Okay.
So when I actually did the I did chop this around. I didn't go with the and I moved the you cannot pour. What did I move it to? I moved it higher. How could I help when I couldn't help myself? You cannot pour from an empty glass. Then I said I wanted to have the time to volunteer. So it's almost like I want to
get rid of this. I feel like this is a bit too much. Because you said I wanted this, and then how can I help? Then you go into more of what you wanted. So then how can I help them when you can't even help myself? You cannot pour from an empty glass. I think that goes on pretty well.
Okay. Stage direction. So Caroline even does stage directions.
I really want to, and there's another thing as well. Like there's a funny, I might share this in the group. There's a really famous stage direction in one of Shakespeare's plays, which is like enter bear left, and like as in a bear. And everyone's like now looking back at it, it's like, did they have a bear in that time? Anyway, it's irrelevant. But stage direction is important. So I started watching YouTube videos, Gary Vee and Tony Robbins, from perspective from people who had their professional life sorted. When this video popped up with a guy sat in the middle of the Indian Ocean on a pedalo telling me, get rid of that.
Okay.
So it's like telling me how he created a digital business that could operate anywhere in the world with just a laptop and an internet connection. Okay, he provided me a link to his online training that provided me the education and tools that would. He provided a link to his online training that. No, so we're going to change that to just providing. This is why it threw me off. There's too many provided. He provided a link to his free online training. That's it. With the education and tools needed so I could do the same. He invited me to join his community of digital entrepreneurs who needed to change just like I did. We were there to support anyone deciding to start this journey.
So I changed that when I did that. I had a full stop after the same. Then I said he invited me to join his community of digital.
Cool.
Just as a. So even though Caroline's going to do these scripts for you potentially, you've got to make them your own a little bit. I think you've got to. I only picked up on that as I was speaking it through.
Yeah, so that's very important as well. I can, going through it, I can pick up on nuances. I can pick up on how you communicate. Like, so Dave in particular speaks very differently to how I speak, and I had to so David Holborough, and he said this as well. Like, he had to change a little bit as well, just so it sounds more like him. It's like I can make it sound very good, but I can't make it sound exactly like you. So you do need to have your own personal flourishes and authenticity coming through. But the good thing is, as I am quite versatile, so I'm pretty good at identifying this. So for instance, I wanted to have turbo shit in Dave's script, but I think he actually didn't want that. But that's what he said to me. He said, it was just turbo shit. I was like, that's brilliant, have it in there. And he was like, no.
Yeah. So it's wherever you feel comfortable.
Right, but that's how he spoke. And that's the thing I want to impress upon you as well, is that you should have things you say. Your silly, little weird dialects, nuances, things that you say, you should have them. I really recommend that. I really wanted to see David Holborough have "this is gash" in his script, because that's him. But it's completely up to you. So he provided me a link to his free online training that provide training with the education and tools needed so I could do the same. He invited me to join his community of different entrepreneurs who needed to train just like I did. Gav, you haven't got editing or suggestions mode on.
Oh, all I did was take it out and just put in a full stop.
Okay.
Sorry.
Caroline
will also tell you off. No, how dare you change your own script?
I stopped mid-sentence. I don't even know what to write, Gavin. Don't have editing and suggestions mode put on. I'll share that with the group now. This is how you put suggestions. No, that's not it. Suggestions mode is here. On suggestions mode, and that means that when you make a change, I can track it. Okay, so Gavin, it's okay this time, but
okay.
Be mindful. Okay, so invite me to join his community of digital entrepreneurs who need to change just like I did. We were there to support anyone dedicated to start this journey too. So I signed up. I set up a digital business. I joined the community, and transformation has been amazing. I've met entrepreneurs from all over the world joined by this program from all different parts of their journeys. Some have been running their business for years and start at the very start. Just quickly, I only want it to. There's a lot of explanation about the community here, and then there's more explanation about the community from your perspective. I want this kind of fused. So I'm going to write a little comment here. I think this can be shortened by having them. Oh no. Oh, anonymous Wolverine. No. How do I? All right. Tighten this with a.
Yeah, the top paragraph there says he provided a link to his free, and then I think it's the fourth.
Community. So
yeah, but then if you go down and then down again, and then.
I'm so enthusiastic to work now. I wake up thinking starting the best of all I can actually help others. I've been able to support my friends in this community.
It's the link below that. I talk about them sharing the link again.
I'm reading. I've been able to support my friends in the community and grow, prosper, and leverage the tools and training just to change their lives. So I want to share that link with you today. Okay, yeah. So you've done that twice. Oh, so we can chop up. Okay.
You just want to get rid of it.
Huh?
You just want to get rid of parts, don't you? Get that word count down.
Yeah, massively. I want to. This is good. So I want to share that link with you today. If you're feeling your energy is wasting a career that doesn't work for you, if you're unable to spend time with your friends and family like you should, or just that you could be a better version of yourself, which you're not able to do right now, then I want to help you. I want to share my journey with you and the journey of so many others who committed themselves to a new life direction. I'm going to share that link with you today to Spirit Trainers by me so you get access to any you need to community support. Set up visual business from grab with your laptop and insert your stream of that was in English. A digital business from scratch, which is laptop and integration. It's the same thing. Should we just chop it?
Yeah, sure.
The paragraph you prefer?
Yeah, it's exactly the same. Yeah.
Okay. Bye bye. Look, this is not a get quick rich scheme. Personally, I'm not a fan of look or like you see or like these or like imagine, like these things kind of irk me a little bit, and I personally see them as a little bit inauthentic. I think it's almost pretending there's someone there. It's like and it almost by demonstrating that you're pretending that someone's there, they're drawn to the reality that they're not there, and all of a sudden them immersing themselves in the situation, it disjoints them because it draws attention to the fact they're not actually there. So when you're having a conversational like script or whatever, I would say not to have things like look or you see. You can do these, so better tricks would to be like finding something that really resonates with them, like finding something. So if you're aiming for teachers, you'll find something that every single teacher will have in common, and you then speak to them about that thing as a you. Say, you know, at 3:30 when the bell goes, that does not mean it's the end of the day for you. That's the same sort of thing as look, but it's a lot more personal, and it's a lot more to do with it creates much more of an intimate environment than look. But again, personal preference. Do you want to keep look there?
No, I'm happy to get rid of it.
I'm just going to use you, right? I'm teaching as well as like.
No, it's good. No, this is really good. Yeah, it's good. But as you say, it does come down to personal preference, because I know, say, I've read say Joe Vitale's and Joseph Sugarman's books now 2 or 3 times, and I get them mixed up. But one of them does talk about using imagination and getting them to visualize things, because it's very powerful. So,
depending on how it's done, maybe imagine. But depending on how it's done, like if you use imagine, I want it to be like very authentic, like not like yeah, you know when it's just, you know when it's a sales script, and you know when it's a conversation, and you want it to be much more of a conversation than a sales script. So as much as like I know these like marketing hacks and psychological hacks say, if you say to someone, click this link, or like or like look, or something like that, it's supposed to do something to your brain. That's fine, but you don't, like JJ says, manipulation or inspiration. Use that word count to inspire, not manipulate, because it's great. They're going to look on the link, they're going to click on the link, they're going to cost you £5, and they're not going to be a black sale. Okay, so it's up to you, but I recommend write the script with a black sale in mind. Don't write the script with the leads in mind. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah. I'm not saying like look, it's just fucking you over, but yeah, let's get rid of it anyway. Just because I'm all about that word count.
Yeah, she loves it.
You can make it very concise. This is not get quick rich scheme or push button system that will generate you. See, by saying you're talking directly to them, generate you millions overnight. I would take out that. It's not get quick rich scheme. I think that can go, because it's the same thing. This is not get quick rich scheme. I'd use this word count, say something like, if that's what you're looking for, which is speaking directly to them, then you're in the wrong place. So what I also did in my last script as well is I used this bit as an opportunity to say, like, I haven't achieved things I've set out to achieve. So if you've set up here, you wanted to be able to do all these things, you can say this like, you know, I haven't solved everything. I'm going to paraphrase this because I'd like this to be more detailed. Haven't solved everything, but I found away to. Something like that. This takes time, energy, and an investment. This takes time and energy. See, an investment is time and energy, so that's like a bit of a repetition. Time, energy. Yeah, actually, that's nice. I like that. I like that. Time, energy.
It could be work. Time, energy, and work.
Time and energy is combined work, isn't it? I like, actually, investment into your future self. These are nice little buzz words.
Yeah, okay.
People are looking for future self things. Promise you it's life-changing. Promise is good as well. I can't stress how much happier I am, or those around me, since I came across this training. I don't like I can't stress. It doesn't really make sense. I know it does, technically, but it's almost a bit cliche.
It's almost like I'm
try to convince
it's almost like, believe me.
Yeah. It'd be good, like, it depends on the delivery as well. Say, look, I really cannot stress how much happier I am. If you could say it with real authenticity, it's probably pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm not even saying that's bad either. I'm just saying that's like kind of like, just cancel my cycling out. Don't want to do that anymore. Oh, double reminder. So I'm going to highlight this. Like I said, I just want a bit of, I don't know what to do to it yet, but I want to get a bit of space on it. If you're willing to put in some hard work again. So this is repetition of what this just says, almost. So if you're willing to put in,
That's a change that said, so if you are someone who is hardworking.
Also, anytime you can write, if you don't have to, if you are, you speak, if you're.
Yeah.
Go away. If you're willing to put in hard work, grit, and determination. See, I don't like grit, but that's Gavin's word. And determination. Secure your better future. Then click the button somewhere on the screen and you'll be taken.
Well, let me synonym grit. Let's see if there's a better one.
What does grit mean?
Like, for me, I think of gritting your teeth. From like.
Why do you want to associate your audience?
Because I think it associates to the days in which I played rugby, I think, quite a lot. And like, you'd show like sheer grit on the pitch to the point where you would be exhausted and your body would be aching and your heart would be pounding, but you just didn't give up. And it's kind of like,
exertion.
Yeah,
that's what exertion is. Okay. If you're prepared to exert yourself,
let me synonym
and exert it. I don't know. If you're willing to put some, again, hard work as well. It's these things can be so much more concise. Like they can be so much more like refined into an actual thing. I cannot wait to meet you. I'll see you on the other side. Thanks for watching. Okay.
Do you want me to read you some of these synonyms for grit?
Yeah, do it.
There's one which I think you'll love, but I'm not using it.
Okay.
Courage, determination, fortitude. I like the word fortitude, actually.
Fortitude. Good.
Moral fibre, spunk. Stamina, willpower. I'm not using the word spunk. Write a script for Dan and he can use the word spunk.
Spunk, yeah. Fortitude. How do you feel about fortitude?
I like fortitude. It is a word that I sometimes do use.
No spunk.
No, thank you.
The thing is, this is now, this is called tautology. These two words mean the same thing. So we're going to get rid of this. Do you want fortitude to replace determination, or do you want to keep them both? It's the same thing, though.
So if you're willing to put in hard work, I still like the fact that, so if you're someone who is hardworking, has a lot of fortitude. No.
Some people might not be hardworking, although that does get rid
but
of
what I want to do is, it's kind of what Stu said in his.
It does cut out the chaff. Yeah, it's yours. Okay, do you want to put it in? Someone who's hardworking. Yeah, fuck it. Everyone wants to associate themselves as hardworking, don't they?
Yeah, I suppose so.
You're someone who's hardworking, fortudinous. I don't know if you'd read that.
Where's the
determined?
Describing.
And you're determined. I think this is better. Look, if you're someone who's hardworking and determined, secure your better future.
Okay.
That's good. Then,
because I don't know if you remember the webinar Stu did the other week when he was talking about actually it's good to say that because you're qualifying them, and essentially I don't want somebody to opt in who's not going to be hardworking. I don't want somebody to opt in who is looking for a get rich quick scheme. I don't want somebody to opt in. So I think people need to remember your advertising should repel as much as retract. You don't want these people.
Like, I'm going to do an email saying, if you don't like me, unsubscribe soon. Might be a bit aggressive.
I love it. You have 3 leads. You'll be like, uh-oh. Wow, that one backfired. I'm joking.
All right, okay. So, right, firstly as well, so what I'd really like at the end of this as well is to round it off with the wellies again. We haven't had much to do with the wellies.
Yeah. So, it needs to be a constant theme throughout, doesn't it?
But it'd be nice to change the image as well. Like, so it'd be nice to be like, don't just put your wellies on the wrong feet. We're going to find you somewhere sunny. You're going to fuck the wellies off completely.
Yes.
That's what I want. So,
And you even dropped an F-bomb.
The last thing you want when it's raining is, the last thing you want to do is be in a situation where you're wearing wellies, let alone having them on the wrong feet, especially when it's raining. You don't want to take them off when it's raining.
So what you want to do is something along the lines of, if you basically build a picture up, if they change their life, if they go down this path, they'll no longer need the wellies because it's not going to be raining. They're going to need flip-flops, or you wouldn't wear your wellies on the beach.
That's true. Ooh.
Yes. So you won't wear your wellies on the beach.
And the thing is as well, what's good about this is, like, I need a pen.
Here, I've got one for you.
Thank you. Right, so the good thing about this, okay, so the whole overarching theme is that you've got your wellies on the wrong feet and you're going through life uncomfortable, unaware that there's actually an alternative, and the perceived alternative is the wellies on the right feet, but that's not it. No. So the wellies on the right feet, and this is what I think as well. This will change completely the direction of the script. But I don't know if you want to do this. I
like where you're going with this. I know what you're saying. So you start off with wellies you've got your wellies on the wrong feet. You don't know it's uncomfortable. So we're going to take them from that to the ending where they don't even need the wellies because they're not in the rain anymore. They're sat on the beach, and you don't wear wellies on the beach.
Right. But the thing is, that has got to reflect the journey. So you need to have a middle solution. So the middle solution is going to be one of 2 things. So you're watching Gary Vaynerchuk and Tony Robbins, which we've got as the middle solution. So you say, that was my solution. Like, for me, to make myself feel more comfortable, that's how I got my wellies off and I put them back on. I was watching these videos, Gary Vaynerchuk, Tony Robbins, because I thought, by watching the videos, I was actually going to achieve something, but it wasn't. That wasn't the actual answer. The actual answer was to find myself a beach where I didn't even need wellies, which is action. So action has led me down this path. So you've gone from inaction to action. So passive living in an uncomfortable environment with the wellies on the wrong feet. Then you've moved to still more passive, like you're still just putting up with your shit environment. Your shit environment is the weather, which is what's making you wear these wellies. And the way that you're dealing with this weather is by watching Gary Vaynerchuk and Tony Robbins. It's making you feel happier than it is actually doing anything to change your surroundings. But really, what's actually changed everything is taking action, becoming a digital entrepreneur, freeing yourself from the fucking wellies and the rain, and going to a beach where you've tossed the wellies into the sea, or use them to make a welly sandcastle. That's what we're going to go for. How do we feel about that?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Okay. Fuck. Now in implementation. Shall we try? Shall I see if I can do it? Shall I see if I can do another one?
Oh God. Go on then.
Okay.
I'll do my thing which I did last time, which I advise anyone to do, is just shut up and let her go.
Okay. Right, it's not working. Well. Okay, already. Right, so let's see what I can do. Normally I like to handwrite you actually get a lot better work done on handwriting. I'm not gonna provide commentary on this. I'm just gonna go, right. I've already fucked it. Hold on. Someone's, hey,
Yeah.
I'm doing like a live webinar. Yeah. I'm not going to go there. Can't spell stroll.
Do you want me to tell you?
Nope.
Okay.
I think I've lost it. Hold on. Is there anything else? Woo! How many words is that? Hold on.
8 million. Oh, no way she did it. Still got to edit it though. You never know. One or two might sneak in there.
It's okay. This is a first draft.
I know, I'm joking.
Did you read it while I was doing it?
Yeah, I was reading parts, but then a part of me didn't want to read it because I kind of wanted to then read it like through. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I was reading parts, but then I did try and keep looking away on my other monitor, and I was just kind of like, I kept looking back and looking. I was thinking, don't read it because that'd be good just to then sit and read it.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
This is wicked.
So what I would like to do, obviously that was a first draft again. I can't even believe I just did that. Mate. So these, there is a bit of like cliche in there. I may have gone a bit OTT on the welly, so I might want to par that a little bit. Okay. But what I would do is...
Well, what I was thinking is we could do is, if you want, I could read it over the next couple of days. Can you turn me down?
No, because I'm more concerned because my housemate, I'm just kind of like taking up this whole and shouting. Nice. What I would do is, the only thing is like, maybe I want to work this paragraph. I'm going to put a comment in here right now. This needs more real life examples.
Okay. I was thinking what we could do is I could take it for a couple of days. I could work and look at it. I'll do suggestions. I won't do edits. Then if you wanted, we could do like a part 2 to this if you want.
Yeah, okay. Life is like a pair of wellies on the wrong feet. You go around feeling uncomfortable but not sure how to address it until a teacher points out you're in the wrong. Yeah, still it needs to be wording a little bit. I'm Gavin, I'm a teacher, and I often see children wearing their wellies on the wrong feet, and I'm always correcting them for it. But I didn't realise I needed the same thing done to me. So I need to get in there that you came across a teacher. So Stuart is now your teacher who is pointing out.
Yeah.
Or maybe that Gary V and Tony Robbins were your teacher who pointed out your wellies were on the wrong feet, but what you didn't realise was that, okay, I was working with twins.
No, that's actually accurate. So it was kind of Gary V and Tony Robbins that kind of got me thinking that, there is, I mean, I always knew there was another way, always knew, because I'm not massively tech savvy, but I'm not also a dinosaur. So I kind of knew that, a Gavisaurus Rex, I always knew that there was like another way, but I didn't know how. And it was Tony Robbins and Gary V that kind of opened my eyes and made me realise that there was another way. And then it was when I saw Stu, and I was like, that was the door. The SFM is the vehicle to make it happen. That's the thing. It's, like Guy Ferdman always says, if no one wakes up and thinks, marketing, let's look at some numbers. But it's a vehicle. It's a vehicle that allows you to do whatever it is then you want to go and do. Something I was thinking about actually, which we could add in somewhere in there, we didn't in my first script, was that actually one of my ambitions, sort of one of my 5 to 10 year plans, is to start a charity.
Yes.
Helping, because obviously I teach extremely disadvantaged kids. So what I would love to do is start a charity, which then gives them experiences and things like that. Because let's say I've got stories of when, like, the first trip I ever went on as a teacher was a kid who looked out the bus window and literally yelled, "Oh my God, a real sheep." They'd never seen a real sheep. I'm deadly serious.
That's a hook. That's another hook.
Yeah.
That's another hook right there. Write that down. Oh my God, a sheep.
Yeah, a real sheep. Oh my God, there's a real sheep.
Okay, so you need to write that down because that's your next hook. This is where we get the inspiration from. Just these little nuances. It's like Gavin talking about now.
Is the slugger hook?
No.
What about the projectile vomiting that happened yesterday?
Yeah, if you can turn it into it. But yeah, so this is it. Hey, are you running away?
I'll make a quick fit in there now.
Okay, cool. Sorry, we'll close this now because I need to say goodbye to my housemate. I'm not seeing for a day.
No, that's cool. Yeah. So I'll message you about when I'm free. I won't be free Friday. I've got family down, but then they're going on holiday on Saturday. So for Saturday evening, it could be, but I'm playing rugby. So cool. I'm actually going back to playing rugby. So my face is probably going to get destroyed.
I can't believe I just did this though. In like.
Can you share that with me? Because I haven't got that link yet.
This is yours. Oh, is it not?
No, but you've done it on your Google. You've done it on your Google Docs.
This was the link you sent me, I think.
Yeah, but then you did a new one.
You're right. Okay, show me.
Right, so we'll leave it there and we'll do a part 2. Do you want me to upload this into your group then?
Please.
If you send me a title name that you want me to call it, I'll do that.
Life is like a pair of wellies.
Cool.
All right, and you can also turn this into a blog post and a broadcast. Just change the language a little bit. All right.
Dear. Right, cool. Thank you very much.
You are welcome.
Amazing. Speak to you soon.
See you soon. Bye.
Ciao.